Speaking of bullshit-ass bullshit, that's right, folks. Bullshit? We're talking about bullshit. That's right, I don't even care about the monetization for this video. Why? Because this is such fucking bullshit. You know what's bullshit? Joe Biden. You know what else is bullshit? Kamala Harris. Fuck them bitches. All my homies hate those motherfuckers. So, here we got an article. This was published 5 days ago, but I'm getting to it now, because why not? Biden is too busy to decriminalize marijuana, Harris says. Biden is too busy. Really? That's incredible. Now remind me, what do you need to do in order to change the scheduling of marijuana? Right, just executive order, right? Like, it's not like you need to pass through Congress or anything. So remember when Joe Biden assumed office, right? Like, he walked into the White House after the inauguration and he signed those like 25 executive orders. One of them could have been legalizing cannabis. He was like, whatever. I mean, like, I campaigned on it, right? I got the pen. Like, I mean, like, I could. I mean, I signed 30 of these fucking things. 31? I can't do it. I'm too busy. I can't do 31. So, that's the absolute state of the White House right now. I don't want to give you my email. Anyway, Vice President Kamala Harris says that the Biden administration isn't focused on following through on its marijuana reform pledges because it's too overwhelmed with responding to the coronavirus pandemic. Bitch motherfucker. Now, I don't want to be like, I just want to be fully... I am, like, definitely borderline a wellness person. Like, I'm absolutely there. Like, I'm, like, in that orbit, right? But there have been articles that have been saying that marijuana helps combat SARS, duplication or replication or whatever the fuck. Again, not a professional, just seeing shit I read on the internet. But I don't give a shit about that. I just want to get high, motherfucker. I want to smoke weed and I want to get high. I want to get stoned. I want to get fucked up and I want to wake up in 3 days and go like, damn, that was epic, right? Because then I'm less likely to go outside. I'm less likely to go into a grocery store if I'm high. Actually, that's not true because I love going shopping when I'm high. But that being said, I may be slightly less likely. But like actually, I might be more likely. That being said, that's just me personally. But most people when they're high, they don't want to get off the couch. They don't want to get up. They don't want to go to the store. They certainly aren't going to drive unless you're a fucking crazy person, right? I'm just saying, don't drive and don't do drugs and drive. Just saying, it's illegal. I'll get in trouble. You'll get in trouble. It's not good, folks. But anyway, I just want to get high, so let's keep going. In an interview with the San Francisco Chronicle, the vice president was asked about the cannabis policy and said, quote, "We haven't taken that on." What? We haven't yet taken that on. What does that mean? We haven't yet taken that on. What? What? But this is the thing that the White House wants you to do. This goes back to like the parliamentarian voting down a $15 minimum wage. Remember that shit? You remember that? We almost had a $15 minimum wage in this country. And then the parliamentarian is like, what? Right? And it was like, what? Like, what is that? Right? And then Joe Biden was like, there's nothing we can do. Kamala Harris is like, I can't do anything. It's the parliamentarian. Can't do it. Right? Even though they could. Like, I mean, they could. There's nothing in the Constitution that says, and thou shalt follow the ruling of the parliamentarian, an unelected official. What? That's not in the Constitution, right? So they could do something about it. They chose not to. Right? But this is one of the things that they hide behind. They hide behind procedure. They're telling you, look at Smacks the dog, folks. He knows we're talking about weed. He's ready. Right? But so they hide behind procedure. They're like, hey, well, we don't have enough time for that. I know that we could just... we have infinite staff. I mean, we're the fucking president of the United States. Even if, like, let's assume. All right. Everyone is busy. Every single employee at the White House is busy. Bitch motherfucker, you're trying to legalize weed, all right? You could go... Now, again... Fucking mushrooms are decriminalized in the fucking District of Columbia. Mushrooms, motherfucker. We're not even talking about weed anymore. We're going up. We're leveling up to a whole new world. Mushrooms are decriminalized in Washington, D.C. But so is marijuana. So this motherfucker, Joe Biden, anyone, Kamala Harris, could literally walk outside, pull a random person off of the street and say, hey, you want to legalize marijuana? Can you print this out for me? I need to sign this. And guess what they would do? They would print that motherfucking shit out and give it to you because they want to legalize marijuana federally. So again, this idea that they're too busy, like, oh man, sorry, the employees are just, they're all doing something else. Bitch motherfucker, what? What? That doesn't make any sense. Anyway, so let's read. now. We've been focused on getting people food. What? Remember this, right? This is, I know, I'm going in, right? So, remember what they said about the American Rescue Plan? Oh, it cuts child poverty in half. What? First of all, how do you measure child poverty, right? They don't talk about how child poverty is actually, like, the poverty line is, like, what is it, like $16,000 or something? Bitch, motherfucker, try living on fucking $20,000. That's still difficult. But either way. So you're telling me we can cut child poverty in half, but we can't cut child poverty? What? Sorry, what? So we're working, like, there's children that are starving right now. And they're going to be starving in 6 months from now when the fucking money dries up, which it already has for a lot of people, right? So you're telling me you can cut child poverty in half, but you aren't? All right, well, anyway, so we're focused on getting people food. No, you're not. Helping them stay in their apartments. Where's the fucking rent forgiveness? Rent forgiveness anywhere? No? Just $1,400 for one time? Just, wait, rent No rent forgiveness. No eviction, there's a moratorium, right? But the rent stacks up. So an eviction moratorium without rent forgiveness is just, now you have to pay $10,000 in August instead of in April. Well, great. You're in your house for another 3 months, but that doesn't fix the fucking problem. And it just strings along your anxiety. It makes you, like, literally mentally unhealthy, which leads to, like, eating habits that are bad, which leads to stress, which leads to cancer, which leads to death, motherfucker. You're going to die of stress. Listen to me. Like, I spent most of my childhood with housing insecurity, motherfucker. Look at me. I'm a crazy fucking mess. I'm done. My life is over. Not coming back from that one, folks. Right? But my point here is, you're helping people stay in your apartments, your homes. What? You're getting kids back to school before the whole population is vaccinated? What? Now again, getting kids to school is not so they can learn. They don't want kids to learn. They don't give a fuck if they learn. Who cares, right? It's about childcare. It's daycare. That's what schools are. It's free daycare funded by the state, right? So they want kids to go to school so that adults can go back to work more often. That's what they're doing. It's not about, we want to get the kids need to learn. Learn what, motherfucker? There's a pandemic going on. Like, Jesus Christ, they're trying to survive. They're out here trying to fucking foraging for berries in the wilderness, dude. What, we going to school? What? Getting shots into arms, she said. That's the good thing. I will say, the good thing about the Biden administration is the vaccine rollout. That's good shit. This has been all-consuming. What does that mean, it's been all-consuming? You're understaffed? Guess what? You're the president of the United States. Go get some more staffers. I don't understand. Like, literally no one would give a shit. If your taxes went up by, like, let's say, a 16th of a penny so that you could hire an additional staffer to legalize marijuana, I guarantee you, motherfucker, no one would care. No one would give a shit. You might see some guy in Wyoming go like, my taxes were raised by a 16th of a penny so that they could legalize marijuana. Those fucking drug users. Like, they might do that. But guess what? Fuck them. Fuck them. Who cares? Like, anyway, let's scroll down. This is the first time Harris or Joe Biden has publicly talked about cannabis since the November election. But while it's the case that the administration has prioritized, I don't give a shit. Marijuana, on the other hand, has taken a back seat. By the way, advocates have argued that cannabis policy and coronavirus relief are not mutually exclusive. For one, ending federal marijuana prohibition could free up more states. By the way, coronavirus. Let's just talk about this purely on okay, you're dealing with coronavirus. What about all those people that are arrested for marijuana possession? They're not even high. They're walking to their friend's house with a joint in their pocket, because they want to go to their friend's house, right? Let's say they're both vaccinated, right? Let's just, but maybe they're not vaccinated, but they're friends. They're cautious. They wear their masks. They know what they're doing, right? So they're walking to their friend's house. They got a doobie, right? They're going to play some Halo 3 split screen. They're going to have a good-ass time, right? So, here comes the popo. Arrest that motherfucker. Throw him in jail, right? Take away their items, including their mask. A lot, in especially southern states, they will literally take your mask away from you, throw you in a jail cell with other people who may be infected with coronavirus. You don't know. You have no protection. And they'll just let you sit for 8 hours, get infected, and then... Hey, you're not going to post bail. You're going to jail, motherfucker. So again, if you were to legalize marijuana, COVID rates would go down. So that it's not like... what? It's crazy. It was passed by the House. The leader of the Senate says that we need to not only decriminalize marijuana, we need to legalize marijuana. I'm sorry, I've spent too much time on this story, but what the fuck is this garbage, man? Why do I need to read any more of this? Like, what is this? What is that? Biden's opposition to adult use legalization has not changed the White House practice. Like, what? Who are these people? Seriously, are these human beings? Imagine you're Joe Biden. I have never smoked weed. Like, what? Like, the way I put it, like, I put weed in the same category, as far as you do, is in the same category as coffee. If you drink coffee, honestly, what's the realistic difference between you smoking weed? Actually, coffee, in a lot of ways, has more negative health effects, right? You can get heart palpitations, you get anxious sometimes, right? Like, yeah, sure, you can get anxious with marijuana. That's totally possible. But I'm just saying, coffee, every time I drink coffee, my heart rate skyrockets. Like, I'm just saying, maybe I'm drinking too much fucking coffee, right? But, like, I'm just throwing that out there, right? I put coffee or marijuana in the same category as cigarettes. Actually, I put cigarettes in a category above marijuana. Fuck cigarettes. All my homies hate cigarettes. If you're smoking cigarettes, shut the fuck up. Get something else in your fucking body, because that shit's garbage, right? But my point here is that, like, what? Like, imagine, like, living your whole life. You're a human being. Like, what are you? Like, think about this. Like, you're human beings. Like, we've all been gifted with a unique ability to perceive the world with a human consciousness. Like, what the fuck? Right? Like, we're created with trillions of different, like, living beings inside of us, right? Like, look at my fingernails, motherfucker. I'm not cutting these fingernails. These fingernails are a part of my body. These fingernails are dead, right? Like, these are dead. They're dead. These were produced by cells that are dead. Their stories are over. They will never be alive again. But I am here. The human consciousness that they built, that they worked their whole lives on maintaining, is here to tell their story, right? And part of being a human is to explore the depths of the human consciousness. So imagine you're 70-something fucking years old and you're telling me you've never smoked weed? What? Like, what is the point of even being alive? Like, what do you do for fun? Like, what is wrong with you? You don't smoke weed? Like, are you joking? Like, George, fucking, I don't know why I said George. I meant to say Jesus, but George Christ. Like, I fucking, goddamn. Anyway, that's that. I spent way too long talking about that. But whatever, I like weed. It's okay.